Hi guys, we are back.
Yeah, finally.
It's been a hot minute since we recorded. Unfortunately, we had back-to-back events that kept us both really busy, and I even got sick in the meantime. You guys didn't get sick though, did you?
Nope.
Yeah, we had it run through our house right before I left for the retreat, and so I just felt like there was just no way I was losing my voice. So we just thought we wanted to jump right in, not waste anybody's time.
Yeah, because it may be a long one.
It's
so
a long
grab
one.
A drink and
yeah.
maybe grab a sandwich.
Buffet of some sort. But we're going to go all the way back to where we left off, and I think that would be that Linda had mentioned Needlework Marketplace.
Yeah. I think the last time we met, we had Peter, and we were talking about the Florida Sampler and getting ready for Marketplace.
Right.
And so, yeah, Marketplace, you had a lot going on with Marketplace, and it was really kind of, and I was on the other end of it, so it was really kind of cool.
I think she did great. I mean, I think the event overall, with a new person running it, Bobby from Stitch and Bits and Bobs out of Michigan, was the one that kind of led that and hired, as far as I'm concerned, it was a success.
Yeah, and it was easy to navigate on my end.
I agree. I think as far as the only thing that was different for me, and I don't know about you, but it was much less video chatting than it was orders, you know, but it worked so efficiently because every order that was placed came in with an email, and it just made it super easy.
Yeah, I mean, and it was really kind of easy. And just for those that don't know, I help Brick City Cross Stitch out in Ocala. I don't actually work there, but I help Jean out with all her social media, so I do all the orders. She and I kind of split up the responsibility and go in and do all the orders. And it was kind of good because even if you didn't get to chat with somebody, it was so easy to place an order because it was almost like you were placing an order on their website. But the nice thing about it is you had pictures along with the stuff.
You had pictures, and I will say, I mean, there was a couple things I learned, but I am really glad. The best thing I did was included some of my older bestsellers. Yeah. I was not sure how that would go. You could put anything you want, you know, in there. So I put my newer ones up front and then the rest behind, and I'll be darned if I didn't get a lot of sales that were, you know, the older stuff. Yeah. And I think that was something that if a designer maybe didn't, and just, I think that might have been a mistake. Yeah. I think that they took an opportunity to place full orders. So
yeah, it was great. I got to talk to, you know, of course I went into Chrissy's booth first, and it was kind of a test, I think.
Yeah, I am glad you did.
And then I went into Judy Whitman's, JBW's booth, and she was kind of happy for that too, because she was trying to make sure that hers was seen.
We were all going around. Yeah,
we went around.
You tested with me, I tested with Annie.
I tested with Annie. I went into Annie too.
Yeah.
And it was great. I unfortunately missed a couple I wanted to see. There were a couple new designers, and I can't remember, Small Town Needleworks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I went in to try to do a video, but they were not there. But I mean, again, it was easy to place an order.
Right.
So I think it worked out great. I mean,
it was good for me to learn because I'd never been part of an expo or any virtual show, and it took a little bit, but the what is the 24-hour room or where you could go in. I was able to do that too one time, and there was a few people in there.
I didn't get to do any of that.
Annie and I went in with, is it Little Robin Designs? I'm trying to, sometimes I'm still all a blur. But it was, so I got to meet her, and that was really nice. And she, you know, we all got to share what we thought worked best for us. Yeah. Now, the no video, that really helped me out. I didn't have to be, say, exactly sitting on right in front of it all the time with Philip. That worked out really good. But it was fun. It was a success.
Yeah, it was very good.
And I hope she does it again. I know she's already made changes, she said. I don't know exactly what they are. But.
And I think we've got most of our stuff in. I think we were missing a few of the overseas designers, but I think Jean told me that most of those have come in by now. Okay. So I think we're in pretty good shape. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I got mine. I know everybody does it different, but for me, I treated it like like Nashville, so I had a bulk of each one, or a group, I don't know what you want to call that, but anyways, a good chunk pre-done. So we had a great team. My daughter Olivia was on the square, and if you put in whoever you want to be working with you, they got the emails too. So I could be with Philip, and both Randy and Olivia were getting those emails.
Oh, good.
So I didn't have to worry about it. There was no lag time or getting behind, because we filled as they came in, and that worked out really good.
Good.
So we had nothing left in the house by the time it was over. Really, Monday was the last.
Just a cleanup.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was big. You know, that was the only disappointment. Was like, here I had all this stuff, and that picture I kept showing.
Yeah.
And then you don't get a lot of videos, so I'm like, come on, somebody call in and look at this.
I did all of this work. Somebody call in.
But then by Sunday, I mean, I was like, okay, I'm starting to take it down.
Yeah.
So
I think we had the bulk of our stuff done maybe by Sunday. We had a few that we didn't see until kind of late in the game.
Yeah.
That I think Jean went in and did on Monday. So it was good.
I loved it. It did go till Monday, but I absolutely did not think that there would be many orders on Monday. And you know what? I think I did even better on Monday than I did Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, it's going to be so dead. I'm going to go with Philip, and we're just going to go do something. And that is, I mean, I think I actually almost did better than Sunday on Monday.
Cool.
And she did put right at the end of it, Bobby did put a little message that said, we're shutting down the messaging system, but you can still order. And so we got orders after the show.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good.
I checked that off the list.
I think that the next thing, and it didn't impact probably her as much as it did me, was we had a little hurricane come through.
So fast.
It was intended to come just kind of directly west of Ocala. I can't remember the name now.
Lee?
No, it's funny. When you get on these floss tubes, you think you remember everything, and all of a sudden your mind just goes to mush. Right. Cedar Key is directly west of us. It's a little town, and they're on the coast, and it was kind of intended to go there, and we're not that far from there. So we kind of went into full hurricane mode at my house. We live in a mobile home. It's a newer mobile home, and we've had all the upgrades and everything done to it. And we just decided to be careful. We'd go check into a hotel, which we did.
You lost power early.
Yeah.
Literally, just a storm,
yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah. 2 days before we got hit by lightning, we lost our internet for like a week. And it was actually right before Marketplace, and I was kind of getting worried. And then we had another lightning strike that took out our phone. So it was kind of worse than the hurricane was. But anyway, thankfully, everything was fine here. Unfortunately, Cedar Key and North, and even Crystal River over on the coast, really, really bad. And up towards Steenhatchee, if any of you in Florida know, that area is just small fishing villages. And it was devastating. It's sad.
It was interesting because when jumping ahead just a little bit, I mean, I literally left the next week. So here we had Needlework Marketplace. We had a weekend. I was sick. We had hurricane, and then we went and picked up rental car to go up to the retreat.
Right.
It was just all a blur, and that hurricane moved. Like, it seemed like it moved so fast.
Yeah.
It was a different type of hurricane, and I almost sadly, I'm embarrassed to say, I almost forgot about it because nothing came through here. Mm-hmm. We got some rain and stuff like that, but then when Jen and I were driving and got on the road, we got up to Georgia.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm having a blonde moment, and I'm like, God, it's really messy around here. I'm like, it's they had mowed, but there are trees, and it took me. Seriously, I must have been tired from being sick.
I think we talked on the phone, and I had said the hurricane came directly.
I mean, literally,
Lake City,
there were so many trees, and I thought, oh gosh, we are right where this thing came through. I mean, billboards were flipped, and I just thought, usually Georgia's pretty clean state. What's going on here? So a little embarrassed. The whole month was a blur.
Yeah, so after that, I mean, we were very fortunate. You know, years ago, about 5 years ago, we had a storm come through, and we unfortunately ended up with a tree on our roof. I mean, there was damage to the corner of the roof, but I think since then, we're just a little, you know, it's funny, we moved
You have to
here.
on an acreage. You have to when you're with trees.
And, you know, he's got a workshop. We've got a greenhouse. We've got all this stuff, and we've taken down trees all over the property around the house, but you're always concerned. And you just never know. You know, we moved up here from South Florida where we had hurricanes all the time. And I think when we moved up, we thought, golly, we don't have to worry about this anymore. We're in the center of the state.
I did. I'm like, let's go north. Yeah. Let's go north. Let's go to the center. We can get to an ocean an hour apart.
Yep.
And that's why we choose it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, lightning capital of the world.
Oh, yeah,
I have
lightning capital of
learned.
the world. Yeah.
It took out a printer.
Yeah.
Your printer?
It took out my printer, my laser printer. And I thought, oh, thankfully after Marketplace, because I was printing all the orders and stuff for Jean. So, yeah. And in the meantime, before you left to go up to your retreat, we had StitchCon sign up.
Yes.
And so we all were on the phone
made
together.
The wait list.
Yeah.
Yes.
We made the wait list.
Yes.
And then the same day, I signed up for Stitch Florida with Alicia. Alicia's retreat that's going to be next July in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I signed up for that with my friend Diane.
Did it fill up now? I know there was a few extra.
The last I heard, and I think I watched Jessica yesterday, Sweetwater Stitcher, she still had maybe 10 or 11, but that may be gone by now.
Right.
Yeah. And then after that, now, I think you left in the meantime. I'm looking at my notes because I made notes. It's been so long. Then I think you left to go up to your retreat.
Yep, we picked up the same kind of van I did for Market, and because I knew it would fit everything in, and then picked that up. And I knew to have. I've never done a lot of rentals before until now, but I knew, and Linda's the StitchCon driver, so you know, so I knew I needed to add Jen from Sweet Chaos Farm on as a driver to make it all the way to Michigan. So she met me there. I brought it back home. I loaded mine, and then because she's 25 minutes away from here and away from the turnpike, I drove the van back over to her and dropped it off, and then she loaded hers up, and then she picked me up in the morning at 5:30, and we were off on our.
And y'all made great time.
We did so good. Oh. We did so good. I mean, like, I almost, we didn't even want to say anything.
I know. I was going to say, if Jen drove, did Jen drove a lot of, did you switch off?
No, we switched.
My gosh, y'all going to have to do the major driving next year.
We did, yeah. We did, she's always the morning. I think the only time I did morning was I knew we were going to cross the Michigan state line in the morning because we had left just a little bit. So we drove straight through to Dayton, just past, I knew, get past Cincinnati. And we knew that, and, again, we went through there in daylight this time.
Wow.
So she could see a little, more, and we crossed the bridge. And then we stayed the night in Dayton and crashed, and then we got up and left early and made it to Michigan by, I want to say 12:30. We were the first ones there.
Yeah.
We were the first ones there, and they were, so, do you want me to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Okay. It was so awesome. Oh, my gosh. I was really glad when my nerves settled down. I will say that much. I think when you go through Marketplace and do back-to-back.
Well, and this was your first retreat as a guest designer.
Yeah, and let alone a retreat.
Yeah.
I don't know that we call StitchCon a retreat. It is.
Yeah.
It is, but it was my first besides a bare bones at our LNS, which for me is usually just Saturday stitching. It isn't the full-blown, go away. So it was so nice. If I break it down, the facility itself, you would have loved.
Oh, the pictures were gorgeous.
You would have loved. Even, it was like being at camp, and it's called the Port Huron Retreat Center. And the retreat was called, and I'm sure most of you know, but it was the Great Lakes Stitchers Gathering, and it is hosted by Barb, and on social media she's known as Stitching with Grammy. She did a fabulous job.
It was her first.
It was her first. She has helped, I've explained it, she has helped with many, many other types of retreats. And then this was her first one all by herself. And I think we did good.
Yeah.
I think we made a good team, knowing it was each of our first, so we were very compassionate and helpful towards each other. Jen and I had a great trip up. You know how we get silly. You know, we had all our calls we had to make on the way, so, you know, Lynn was one. But once we got there, we did full swing getting it ready and getting in the room. But it was really hard not to just want to walk out to the lake. That was my daughter. And just, I mean, we as soon as we could. It was not the greatest weather the first day. It was kind of drizzly, so you could not get you never get the full view of Lake Huron. But it was really cute because Jennifer kept saying, "Are we on a Great Lake?" I'm like, "Yes, this is the one of the." I'm like, "Yes, there. You're in the, you know, Great Lake State." So it was fun, and we only had to run out to get a couple of things. So we did big boys.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know. You didn't tell me that until I saw the pictures. I saw that. She never got to get one a couple of times when we went to StitchCon.
Yeah.
I've never heard the end of it yet.
So we did, not yet. It probably will never go away. So that was our first dinner once we could settle in. But the retreat itself was absolutely fantastic. I think it was different. And I know all retreats can be different because you talk about bare bones, having one feeling. Mm-hmm. This was StitchCon. I love going to all of them, but this one was one of those that you could stitch. There was supposed to be 37. 2 women got sick. It was 35 women having a blast. I mean, the laughter was crazy, and it was just so fun. Our table included, I'm never going to remember it all, and I should have written it down, but we had Teresa Coquette that we got to sit with, and then she had her 2 friends, Donna and Darcy, and then there was Amanda, who I'll share a little bit more of her later, and I've got to insert some pictures, but she makes, she's from Soulful Creations, and she makes these, you know how they have the project, more
books?
like spot books, binders? Yes. Okay, she makes one that's more like, I would say, like, not purse size, but it fits in a purse. Oh. So maybe tote size.
Right, like a mini
not as big. So she takes it in her car. Oh. And Jen got one. So she sent me the pictures to be able to share with y'all. And it is made so well, and they're so cute. So I'll make sure you get her linked information. It's going to, I don't know when this is going to post. It's going to be a doozy. But she was at the table, and then Jen and myself. And both Diane and her husband Clinton from Silver Creek Samplers came, and so it had every element. The place was great. The people were great.
You said the food was
great? Food was home cooked every day.
Yeah.
It was an all-inclusive retreat, which was really cool. So I think our first meal provided was lunch on Friday. You could come Thursday night, but the meals provided didn't start till lunch on Friday. So Friday at 10 o'clock was the first time I got up and spoke. It was another thing. The first speaker her name was Anne, and she runs the retreat center. And it was another one of those StitchCon moments because, like with the special needs thing. So, I mean, that's when it always makes me feel like, okay, you're good. You're right where you need to be right now, because this retreat center does Boy Scout retreats. It does adult special needs retreats, and it was great. So after that, I'm like, okay, you got this. So I'll do the pieces.
Yeah.
I know they've been flying around here, but the first one I did, I should have grabbed the pattern. I got it right here. Everybody walked in on Friday morning, and at their table was a beautiful project bag. One second here. That Stitching with Grammy made, Barb made, and it's got a little like Michigan wood.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, with Teresa Coquette's fabric, and her bags are just.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! She goes by Barbara John's Creations, but she does a really good job. Now, can you imagine making 40? We prepared for 45.
No.
Can you imagine that?
45
of these.
I can't imagine doing 45 of those other things.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, they were really pretty. So then in front of that was my bag that I had done for just the small Matilda. We did just like a small one for Friday. And then inside their bag was, I have all my other goodies in here too. Right? I used it, was the pattern. Matilda Goes to Michigan. I love these new little things.
Yeah, that is.
I love these new
size.
I mean, inside of it is full size pattern, but I love them. They're so cute. And then they had, I made up floss cards, rolled them up in the tissue, and they were all rolled up. And then there was, oopsie, this little, I don't know if we could get that in there good, but
that looks good.
anyways, and so
that's cute.
Is that the cutest thing ever?
Yeah.
I
love that basket.
I have all these. I have been having, when I decided I wanted to do these, of course I ran out to Etsy and I fell in love with, I was telling Linda, I'm addicted to watercolor clip art. And they tell you if you can use them commercially. So I just started throwing her nautical ones and all this stuff. I love them. So I think it's fun.
Yeah, it is.
And we are getting to that point where sometimes we need something like that, whether it's FlossTube or whatever. But you get like 30 and you can, I just love them. So that was what their floss came on. And that was the Matilda Goes to Michigan bag. And then the finish I made was into a treasure box.
Now, where did you get the box? Did you?
This was at Hobby Lobby, and it was on the lower. I had never seen them before.
No,
because they were. And I looked down low. I'm like, oh, that'd be perfect because it was square. A lot of our boxes are like the 8.5 by 11 or whatever. But so I made a box.
Yeah.
There you go. And I thought, okay. I mean, I loved doing the design itself. Everybody could put their own initials and things like that. But I thought, oh, what are we going to do with it? And I thought, oh, the box worked out really great for me because I still have I have several treasures from growing up in Michigan. I still have my ski passes, like where I passed my levels, which I'm not coordinated. So the fact that I made it to level D at skiing is something else. And then I went ahead and, like I've already added, one of the guests had given a little heart with the pen. I thought, well, that would be cute for that. But I had put in just several little trinkets to get started. And then it's lined, and my class ring is in here. It's lined, both the bottom and the top, with Teresa Kogan's fabric.
I didn't see that. Oh, that's perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
And the bottom's the same way. I considered cork board.
No,
so
that looks great.
Could do something, but I'm like, no, just gonna lay it in here, and then eventually, if when my kids find it, they know that's what it's from or whatever the deal is. So that was Matilda Goes to Michigan. It included the UP. I couldn't believe that there were my two favorite things was that there were people from probably 5 different states.
Wow.
I mean, not counting me coming from
Florida.
But the thing I liked the best was the first day when I walked around after doing the Matilda thing. I couldn't believe there were probably, I think, 3 people that had never, 2 for sure that they were stitching on their very first project.
Wow.
One, like, literally just one of them little kits.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then another one who kind of got back at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll talk about a cutie. She's good friends with, helps out the Vintage Stitcher. But I was so impressed, and I didn't write anything down. I felt like I would be better off just being natural when I spoke about it, as opposed to constantly looking down and feeling like. So I did my best to just do my best. And I was so glad I didn't write anything down, because I think one of the things I couldn't believe was there were new stitchers there. And I was talking about how we always teach each other. Mm-hmm. In this community, we always help. And so I'm like, I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you for coming to a retreat and being a real newbie. I mean, and we're all here to help. So it was just really cute because I thought, how wonderful.
Yeah.
So there was a couple that they needed it at this time in their life. It was very therapeutic. So it was really great. And then we had wonderful dinner Friday night, and they make homemade baked goods there. That was the only thing Jen and I did not do right. Is we never got, you take an order form, and they make all homemade baked goods. So you can pick up an order form, you fill out what you want. We're talking $2.
Wow.
Whole homemade bread, bear claws, like the size of my hand. I saw the turnovers, and we had them ours all written down. And then you bring cash in the morning, drop it off, and then you pick it up the next day. So we had limited time to do it, but dang, we failed. We failed on that. But did it smell good? But we always got one of their goodies at lunch, like cookies and stuff. Well, I just want to go back. Like I told Jen, I'm like, well, when we get home, we are not eating like this.
Yeah.
Let me move these out of the way. Then Friday night we opened up the vendors there was 2 sessions where you could go shop. Friday night, Saturday night, 6 to 8. So right after dinner, then we popped up, and the vendors were so cool. There were 7 vendors, and I brought everything. And so I had 3 tables, and boy, did we have fun. So I've shared a video of the setup. But then, okay. My daughter again. This could go on the whole time. She isn't going to give up. Okay, so we did our first, everybody came up and had a good time. I'll link the shop so that you have them. But we had myself, Silver Creek Samplers. We had Barb's Bags, had a beautiful new dyed floss vendor. And she's called Farmhouse Flossies and such.
Stuff, yeah.
They're beautiful. They are beautiful. Has different ways you can order, but definitely follow her on Facebook for sure, because she'll tell you her new colors. You order from her that way. It's a husband and wife team, and I'm telling you, wow, they are so, so pretty. And then there was Artie, the vintage stitcher, who had some really cute finishing things. You had everything you needed, and then there were linens. I don't remember them. No, it's Hometown Needleworks. Like I said, I've got it over here. But I mean, it was really nice. It was set up really, really nice. It worked out great. And then Saturday morning was the big retreat piece, and we had the retreat box, which I've shown you pictures if you are on Instagram, but I'll share that with you now. It was called Main Street. Is it in?
Yeah. Go a little bit. This
way?
Yeah. Okay. I have to do the opposite. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, it's in. So it's called Main Street, and I'll get it close and then I'll put it down.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
Yeah. But it has, I grew up in, many of you know this, but I grew up in Michigan. It was the village of Michigan. It was called the village of Clarkston in Michigan. It was north of Pontiac, 2 hours like north of Detroit, I think it was. But anyways, it was in the country. It was a really small town, and I won't go through all the details that I gave to them, but there's just something incredibly special about small towns, especially in each town there's a main street. And I have lots of childhood memories of my sister and I jumping on a bike, leaving home, no phone. Oh, yeah. We're going uptown, going to the bakery. Just a lot of special memories. My grandfather had his business in downtown Clarkston, so when I left, would get off as a senior, like you could take a half a day if you had your credits, then I would go work on like a work thing and work at my grandfather's place. And
now,
then
what did he have?
He had a financial planning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's how my mom, then she was helping, and as he was working towards retirement. So then my mom, that's when she got her CFP, and got into that arena. And so I went out, I would go up, I'd answer the phone, do receptionist, do filing, whatever. It gave me money as a high schooler. So anyways, it just was really to celebrate these small little towns that I know mean so much, because if you imagine where Ocala is today compared to, I mean, they call it what, Brick City. But, and then of course we had the little white church. There was a Methodist white church that was kind of historic to the area. I love coffee, so coffee went in. And then there was a stitcher's shop and a fabric shop in there. So it was kind of like the Stitcher's Main Street.
Sure.
But, and then it included the year that Michigan got statehood, much like the old Florida Sampler. So anyways.
It turned out great.
Yeah,
the framing turned out great. Chris did a good job. Stitching it.
Chris Young of Ocala model stitched it, and it was, I mean, it was, if you look at it, it's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's solid stitching.
Straight across.
Yeah.
But yeah, she did a really beautiful job stitching.
Stitcher.
She always does, and it will be exclusive until Nashville. So for 6 months, it's exclusive, and then I'll release Main Street pattern at Nashville. So that was it, and then we did another, we left Saturday, and I made time to go visit. I still have an aunt and uncle and cousins that live actually in Port Huron. It could not have been better when she said that's where it was. So I was able to go visit my dad's sister, Aunt Nancy, and when we were there, we didn't have near enough time.
Right.
But I was able to squeeze in about an hour and a half visit with them. We had a nice meal, and we snuck into an antique shop.
I did not know that until I watched Teresa Koget's FlossTube.
I don't know how Jen and I made it to 3 antique type places, but we did. We were literally playing with, because Teresa had to leave a little early. I didn't want to miss her leaving. So right after lunch, it wasn't too long after, we jumped and went to the antique shop first, and then Teresa had her truck, man. She could have fit anything.
Oh, she did.
She had her big black truck. Yeah. So she could, so I pull up.
She scored.
I told her, Jen and I were like, we mentioned to her, hey, when we were first sitting stitching, which I didn't get a lot done, but I said, did you catch that antique place on the way in? She's like, no, I've never been there. So I told her what it was, and she's like, I might have to go there. So that we worked out when we thought we could all squeeze it in, because then she was going to be heading home Saturday later. And we got there, and she beat us by 10 minutes. Anyways, she was so excited, and all of a sudden I'm just like, what did you find, Teresa? I was like yelling it as if I owned the town or the store. I was just obnoxious. I'm like, what did you find? And she's like, my friends are here. They will help me. Yeah. So we got it in her truck, and it was just, that thing is beautiful. It's beautiful. And the woman shared with her, it was a antique spool cabinet. Not your typical tabletop, even though it can be, but it does look like it's big enough to sit on the floor if you wanted to, but it was just a beauty. And the shop owner said it was in a barn for like 45 years. So what a find. She deserves it. It was beautiful. I can't wait to see it all set up, but it was a really cute shop. And then from there, we were turning to go to my aunt and uncle's, and I'll be darned if there's not another antique store at the corner. They live around the corner. I'm like, how do you not go here all the time? And it was a good one. But while we were there and we had dinner, they gifted me, I had room in the car. They gifted me my grandma's rocker, a maple rocker that I remember being in their front living room for years. And living down here, it's hard to have those keepsakes. It's hard to get up there and get things. So I was really so thrilled that they offered that to me. And then she also, my Aunt Nancy, wrapped up. It's a big dude, but I had to share it. So I got the rocker, and that was my grandma Olivia's, who Olivia is named after. And then she also gave me my great grandma Ruth's Afghan that she would cover up all her grandkids with. But let me tell you something.
Oh,
This
wow.
thing is so,
It's huge.
it's so big. Like, and it's
Oh
right
my
up my
gosh.
alley. I mean, it just goes and goes. So
Yeah.
look how pretty.
And it looks like it's in phenomenal
It is.
shape.
I'm like, did nobody ever?
I know.
So I literally just, I was dumbfounded. I'm so happy to have it.
Oh, yeah. What a keepsake.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
it looks just like double. It looks like what I would stitch would just be double crochets. I can crochet. I love to crochet. It's very relaxing, but I like repetitive crochet. I'd like to do it and not have to really look when you get going good.
I don't crochet, but this is gorgeous.
But isn't this, I love all the colors are so rich, and I mean, so I was thrilled. And they, you know, my aunt was like, we don't ever remember seeing her crochet. She's like, it's so interesting that you have something like this, but they don't hardly ever remember her sitting down and crocheting. So, and she said she doesn't remember her actually like reading patterns or seeing them. And I'm like, well, that would be my style. So how cool. And then after that, we ran back there with, oh my gosh, my aunt made, they're kind of, it's kind of neat. I could never share enough information about them, but they do, one of their sons, David, does sugar beet, and they grow sugar beets. And then he works in the industry, so he couldn't make it, but we learned all of these unique things. I mean, when I went there, they were pig farmers. When I was a kid, they had they were both teachers. My aunt was a first grade teacher, and she's just super sweet. So I'll insert pictures so you guys, in case you're not on Instagram, can see them. But, you know, they've just beautiful acreage. And the flowers up there were just...
this time of year. Yeah,
and the colors were slightly changed. Like, there were some good areas that were changing. And so I was so glad we got to see that. But we ran back and got to stitching. And then by the time we found out that we had won, I did.
What'd you win?
I won two. I am so excited. Wait till you see this. Hold on one moment. I won.
We really haven't seen each other for like a month. So
I won the Halo Go Rechargeable.
Oh.
So this was my big score.
Wow.
So I have one that my mom had, but it wasn't rechargeable.
Okay.
So now I can go to retreats and
actually I've been seeing
like,
a lot of people with the carriers for that too.
I think now my mom had a case.
Oh, did she?
So I think what I'm going to do, because I keep hers out of the case because it's by my sewing machine, I'll put that one in the...
Sure.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
So
wow.
that was cool.
Yeah.
I won that, and I won these little trays. Teresa, Jen gave hers to Teresa.
Oh, I have one of those. I love it.
Yeah. What a great size these little things are.
Yeah.
So I haven't used it yet because I wanted to show y'all, but I believe she got them from Amazon, right?
I got mine from Amazon,
But it's got a little clip.
And they come in all colors.
Yeah. So, I mean, I won those two things.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
That was so fun.
And it's nice for a tablet, not just a chart.
Right.
You can put your tablet on there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Okay, and then on the last night when we were done Saturday, once we got back, the shopping was over, I have learned now it only takes 15 minutes to take what takes 3 hours to get up to unset. Yes. I mean, we all just, and then we loaded the car, and then we got in our Halloween pajamas, and we chilled out for the rest of that night before we left. But I got this bag from Barb, right?
And a Halloween pattern.
I do. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
Whatever later. But and then I don't want to forget this other stuff here. I'll go through it pretty quickly. You know, you got your table.
Yeah, we're kind of surrounded.
We had to wrap ourselves.
we're kind of surrounded.
All right, so under the woolen willow, made these cute little, scissor pouches. And there's scissors in there. So Barb left these on Saturday morning at everybody's table. So they're super cute.
They have an imprint of like Michigan on them.
Yeah. Teresa Kogan, you know, like table mate stuff. I won't go through all of it. I ate the chocolate. Holy cow. It was some chocolate with sea salt and caramel. Jeez. Oh, it was so good. Here, can you open that? It's cute. She's got a needle minder in there. I was just going to show that. So she had scissors. Yeah. It's a strong one. But she's got her little like folk art bird. I don't know if you can see that. Super cute. And then people just lay stuff like they always do. So
cute.
I've got a couple of
zipper pulls.
Pretty zipper pulls. Yeah. So those. That's that. I'm not going to do everything. This is the farmhouse. Oh, there we go. I don't know if I'll need something in front of it, but maybe. What do you think? Here, can you do this? Is that how it works? Oh, yeah. Okay. For her. Just deal with that later. Okay, so this is, I don't know if that's showing up good, but this is the dyed floss that she does, Farmhouse Flossies. And her name is Cindy.
That's pretty.
Right? Let me tell you. So everybody got one of these. This is like purple and blue.
Purple, blues.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, yeah, that shows up.
She had the perfect ocean color. After Linda's been working on a nautical piece for me for Nashville, and we struggled with the water a little bit. Oh, she had beautiful, beautiful colors. And then this was gifted by a table mate. Super cute. Yep. It's got a little bit of everything. Pockets.
Yep. Belt for
sorts,
needles.
Right? Yep. Love these things. This is a nice size one too.
It is a good size.
I really like the size. And then when everybody came, everybody was greeted with, mine's kind of squished down now, but with a swag bag, which Teresa shared too. So just a clear bag, and you had goodies in there. Teresa had gave everybody a fall pattern. My Scarecrow Jack was in there, and Kitten Stitcher Shakespeare Peddler donated a sampler book, which was super sweet. I don't have that one. I'm trying to think of, and everybody got a folder and other goodies.
That's a little.
I think that was and then I think that's when Jen and I got really exhausted. Because we quickly cleaned everything up. Like I said, I didn't make her, but we had matching jammies. Halloween ones, which you probably need to get some. Anyway, so we made our depart. We had our breakfast, and probably the only thing I would do different is I just thought I drove all that way. It was hard to say goodbye. You know, I mean, you have a lot of people that you really do get close to in a short amount of time. But we stayed for breakfast, but it does make a big difference when you do not get on the road at 5 or 6 or 7. So we left later, and we had full bellies. I mean, we had amazing breakfast, and got on the road, and we made it to Findlay, Ohio. And we see this huge building on the side that says Antique Mall. And I'm like,
how did I not know this?
I'm like, oh my gosh, we could just skip lunch. We don't have to stop. We could just run. How fast can you cover 300 booths? We did it.
Oh my
We were like,
God.
Nope, not our stuff. Nope, it just kept going. But it was really good. But what killed us, and I'll insert pictures, was we thought we were getting off, and it was right there. We thought we were getting off, and we were going to go to this antique mall. But when you came down the drive, all of a sudden there's this, the old farm trucks, what your daughter loves. Yeah. One of those with the sign in it that says Primitives, Homespuns. And we're like, what? And we turn the corner, and it's almost like a village of all these old buildings that maybe people brought in. Now there's one main one, and but they were closed. So we were like devastated.
Probably a good thing.
It probably was, because I think we would have had to spend the night.
Yeah.
And Jen was in no rush to get home, but kind of was in a rush because her family did get sick right after ours. So, she's feeling the motherly pull, but at the same time she's like, I don't want to get sick. So anyways, I highly recommend Findlay, Ohio. We took this picture of Jen and I with our fingers up showing the sign and sent it to Teresa Kogut, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been there. You go into Craft Gallery.
I was going to say that's where Craft Gallery is.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
But again, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, they're not open. So talk about being in the right place.
Yeah.
I think we talked. Jen and I talked. We're gonna possibly go early
for StitchCon.
Yeah, so we're gonna need to find your remote. Yeah. So we need to go early because oh my gosh, those shops were so good. And then we were on our way, and we made it to my sister's in Marietta, and we stopped and we crashed. And then we were home by like noon.
Yeah, you were.
We did really good. There were zero traveling issues.
I couldn't believe it when you had really good luck going through Atlanta, apparently.
We did.
Yeah.
I mean, but we were going. Well, we hit it. You know why? Because we left my sister's by like 5:30.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So I mean, but amazingly enough, there's still traffic in Atlanta at 5:30. It was the retreat itself and the driving and everything was a complete success. Philip got one bump on his head.
Oh. So
Randy didn't want to tell me the first day because I was getting ready to talk. So then that night, I'm getting you know how I did it, StitchCon, I'm getting the FaceTime video.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, I'm looking at him, he's got an egg, you know, here and a little bit. Well, he dropped a toy in front of the slider. And when he went to get it, you know, that good handle on your slider, and he went doink right into it. So, anyways.
And then next year, she's going to have...
Yes, so in November, she's already, which I thought this was really cool. So Barb, as we said our goodbyes or whatever, she has next year's retreat. She's going to rotate. Jen and I couldn't talk at all. Once we were driving, luckily we understood each other's language. But Barb is going to rotate locations because people loved this location so much. It was so, there were no TVs in the room.
Wow.
There were stitching areas everywhere. Binoculars. I mean, it was just so cool. But anyways, she has Fall on the Farm, which is going to be her 2024 fall retreat in Charlotte, Michigan. And it is the destination and the barn and all of this is just gorgeous. So she's going to be putting details out in November. And she is, if you went to this retreat, the one in Port Huron, you are automatically going to be invoiced.
Oh.
So that way, those are her first peeps, first supporters. That way they get first shot. And if you don't, you just don't pay.
Right.
So she's like, no pressure. Just I want to make sure if you want it, you can have it.
Did she give a time frame? Is it like October?
It is. It's October 24th, I believe. It's the end of October next year. I will be there. I think, Linda, we got to maybe work on Maybe. We're going to work on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so stay tuned for her announcement in November. I think the only difference is this venue is a wedding venue. They have hay rides and they have a cider mill right next door to the property that are going to be bringing fresh donuts and things like that, right? It's amazing, but they, I believe that the payment or deposit or something will have to be come in sooner because they expect it
payment
up front.
Yeah.
So it's a little different, but I'm stoked. I'm so excited, and it'll definitely be fall colors. I will be eating donuts and looking at colors. I don't know, just roll me home. Anyways, that was it. That is the recap of the retreat, and it was awesome.
And while she was gone, I was signing up for a few more retreats.
Her book is booked. Your 2024.
I am so excited. You know, I always said that when I retired, the one thing I wanted to do was to do as many retreats as I could. And while I still work, not nearly as much, that's my goal. So my friend Diane and I know Christy from up in the Panhandle, signed up for the second weekend of Garon Stitchery's Stitching in the Wild in Alabama.
That's 2024.
Yep. So we'll be going, that is in September of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to be looking forward to that.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That's going to be fun. They're really fun to be with.
I'm really excited to meet Christy and Callie from Floss, Bossin Cousins, hopefully.
That'll be great.
It'll be fun. We've kind of
Because they're going.
Yeah, they're going. I know Christy is. I'm assuming Callie is. I'm not sure. But we've been going back and forth a little bit, and I'm going to show you something that Christy and I are going to be doing.
They had to make 2 weekends out of that.
They did.
They?
He filled up the first one so fast. Now, they may still have some openings for the second weekend. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think I did see also that Vicky, the Virginia Stitcher, is signed up too. I think I saw her signed up.
That's cool.
So it's going to be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. And then just last Friday, Diane and I decided that we both needed to go to Stitch West.
Which is in what
Which
state?
is in Utah, and it's in Ogden. She and I have been friends forever, and we went to Shepherd's Bush back in the 90s, had a fabulous time when she co-owned a shop down south.
Yeah.
We were very fortunate to spend some time with Terry and Tina, and we've always said we want to go back, and we would go back. And so this opportunity came up, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed that we get in.
Who hosts Stitch
That's going to
West?
be Debbie and Kev from Snug Harbor Crafts.
Okay,
And this is their first one to do in the spring. It's going to be in April.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be in April. So we'll fly into Salt Lake, and then it will be in Ogden, and the way they described it, it's within a block or so of Shepherd's Bush. So, yeah, we're excited. We're just keeping our fingers crossed.
2024 is rocking. I'm telling you.
And then, of course, we'll have a few Brick City, local ones thrown in here and there, too.
Plus, you have plans in March.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I have plans in February, actually, for Barefoot Needle Arts.
Okay.
But, that's going to be, the sign up for that's going to be coming up soon. I've been to the last two in February, this year's and the year before, and they do a great, Barefoot Needle Arts, Amy and Memory do a great job. And they're just really, really nice. And it's fun. And this year when we went, 911 Stitcher Stacy, and
Made by Michelle
McGraw were both there, so it was fun to kind of meet them and see other people that I knew. So yeah, I'm really
you're kind of booked because you're supposed to be going to Nashville too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you've got January. You better recoup.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Start taking all your vitamins.
I'll have a Brick City in January.
But that you can
that's
local and
And then February we'll
you'll
hopefully have Myrtle Beach.
Right.
And then
March is very beginning. Let's just put it out there that market is actually I'll be leaving in February because it's February. It's leap year.
Very first part.
So it's It's February 29th, and then it starts the 1st through the 3rd.
Right.
So how crazy is that? It's really almost in February.
And then April is out in Utah. I don't think I have anything in May. Wait a minute. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, then June have StitchCon,
which we should hear soon, October 4th.
Yes.
If we're in.
And then July is going to be Stitch Florida with Alicia down in Orlando.
Yes.
So I don't have anything in October.
Nothing in August.
But August is Jacksonville Retreat. The Anna Williamson puts on the Jacksonville Retreat that we go to every year. September then would be the one in Alabama. And then October possibly.
October, if you were in Michigan to join, that's a
full
year.
hopefully a full year. I'm excited.
A full year.
I'm really excited.
Gerald, don't watch this one.
No, he's this is on he doesn't watch. Hopefully, yeah,
that's too much. All right.
So I guess we're to finishes.
Finishes?
Yeah.
Fully finishes?
Oh, finishes and fully finishes. I was busy while you were gone.
I know. She's missed. I'm going to stitch Tiny Town, and she's done in 2 days.
No, 2 days.
Oh, it was not very much.
No, I know.
It was so fast. I was at the retreat, and you're I'm starting the fall Tiny Town, and then when we're leaving on the car ride home, you're done. I'm huh? So, anyways, all right. Well,
you want to go?
I only have. Well, they've already seen the finishes, but so I only have one fully finished. I have another model done, but anyways. But this was something I stitched forever ago from the punch needle print stitcher. Yeah, okay. And I've been trying to take things that I finished myself, maybe just a frame or popped it in, and the ones I really love having finished where I can just put them in something. So anyways, this was,
that's cute.
Yeah, and she added the cutest, let me see if I can get
Yeah,
Yeah.
the trim is really cute.
The trim is cute. It's that charm. How come I can't get the charm in?
I don't know.
Is that?
No.
It is
There
the
you go.
prettiest little cross charm. But I stitched this. When I was over at the when we very first moved to the area. So I don't know which punch needle prim stitchers magazine
okay.
it's in.
Okay.
But I always liked that. I always thought it was sweet sitting out. But anyways, her finishes, Terry, are always so awesome.
Yeah.
And so I love every now and then when I turn in something business-wise, I'll be like, hey, I did this forever ago, you know. So that's my one fully finished. What you got now?
Well, I finished. I was working on, actually a couple of years ago, I saw my friend Jean. We were at a retreat, I think, in Jacksonville, and she was stitching the shepherd's bush stockings. She was stitching them 28/1, and they were adorable. And ever since then, I just knew I wanted to start one, but I was going to do it on 25 count over 1. So I finished Richard, but I call him Little Richard. I don't know if we have anything to put behind this.
You got it?
Yep, I think so. I don't know if it'll show. Is it showing?
You hold that from the top.
So he's on 25 count over 1, and I did him just with the DMC, you know, versus the purl, of course. And of course the charms wouldn't work, so I just found a couple little things in my stash. There was a little star I put on top of the tree.
Yes.
I used some little beads in certain areas, some petite beads, but I'm going to have him made into like a small, in fact Jean is going to do it, a small stocking that'll be like an ornament.
Jean, our Jean?
Jean Schofstel. She's one of our Brick City Stitchers.
Oh.
She and Melody are from the Tampa area, and we see them at retreats quite often.
There's a good picture.
But she does, and she's finishing now. She does beautiful work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So,
He's adorable.
Isn't he adorable?
Yeah.
And so I have his girlfriend to do.
Oh, he's so cute.
And I will get her done. I just haven't started.
So sweet.
And
yeah, definitely need some more of those.
And then Chris, the camping stitcher, started designing and came out with her first design called A Stitcher's Prayer. And there was a SAL going on for it, which I jumped on board. And I did
This is really good. I like your colors. Now, did you change?
Pewter. It's on 25 count pewter, but it's over 1 on 25 count, so it's much smaller.
I like it that way.
I do too. And I'll be
You could make that cute little stand up and put it even on a little easel.
I know. Well, I'm going to give it to Terry.
Okay.
And see what she thinks at Old Beetle Shop.
How cute would that be to be on an easel?
I know.
Now, did you do your own colors or hers?
No, I did her. Well, I did her colors, but I kind of unintentionally changed one of the colors in the border by mistake. But it works.
I like that red.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was asking. It's a reddish.
Yeah, it works.
Brown.
And it's on a pewter gray color.
Oops. I was going to show
what you mean
hers because there's such a. Okay, we can get it later. I have her pattern that I'm going to do. I want to do that one, but I have another one. But it's in haul. We'll do haul.
Yeah, I have another one too. She gave.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a pumpkin one.
That's the one I got.
Okay.
Is that what you did too?
Yeah, but I haven't started it yet.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Okay, cool. Maybe we could do that together.
And this was Tiny Town. Harvest Tiny Town.
I'm going to just start it. I mean, seriously, these things, okay, Tiny Town, I have learned, it's a lot of details.
It's a lot of color changes.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it is so cute.
And it's on 32 count. I have to look because I can't remember.
Ooh, it looks like
called Spiced Honey.
Who makes that?
It's color and cotton, but it was a fabric of the month, probably back
They're
in
not seeing this true
2021.
color.
No, they're not.
This is
a goldish.
semi-goldish. It's almost like sampler gold.
Yes, it is.
It's very much like that, which makes me so happy that there's a replacement.
Yeah.
Look at that town.
Yeah, I had it in my stash, and I threw the colors on it, and I thought, you know what, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I think, you know, Terry did my Seaside Tiny Town.
Yeah. I like the basket with the crow.
Yeah, the apple basket, and or the pumpkin. No, I guess it is an apple basket. Yeah, with a crow.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was a lot of fun.
I just don't know how you did it that fast. Oh.
And then, what's really funny, because in this design is a new to me classic color works called Colonial Copper.
I love it.
And I've never used it before.
Yeah.
And it had such good variation in it.
Yeah, I've used it. I love that.
I had this freebie in my thing forever. Look at this. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be cute to use for this? And it was just a freebie. I think my friend Marie gave it to me, and she said she found it on Pinterest, but it just seems so appropriate because it says my favorite color is October.
How cute if you had this, and then you could, like, if you even made a little pillow, something like, or just a little sign, it'd be cute to prop up with it or something. But.
And I kind of fussy cut the copper, the Classic Color Works, to make it have a little bit more variation. But yeah,
cute.
it was just a cute little stitch.
That's cute. Love it.
So those are my finishes. And then I have 2 fully finishes that you got back for me from Terry at the old needle shop.
I think they're mine. I told, she's like, did you get mine? Or I said, I said, I go, what? What ones?
Yeah.
What Prairie Schoolers?
And then this one. And they're both Prairie Schoolers that we were doing for Prairie Schooler Saturday.
Okay, it's focusing. There we go.
Yeah. And, they just, I think I stitched that one
need
at
to
the
go.
Jacksonville
This
retreat.
one, like, almost didn't make it to you.
I know, he's cute.
Just like,
I still have the book out because there's more in that book I want to do. I think it's called Mini.
this guy is just right up my...
Yeah. And he's called for colors, and he's on Sage, our favorite.
You can
Dirty
have this one,
Sage.
Kim. I mean, it's adorable. I would take it. But I know Kim loves her trucks. But your tree is going to look good.
Yeah, it might have something on it this year.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I think it's how many of these do you have? 4 now?
I think I have 4.
That's so great.
Yeah, yeah.
And really, I mean, in all reality, you can just decorate the front of the tree.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
those are
4, and it's a skinny tree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a skinny tree, and it sits in a corner.
And get
so
little
see
bulbs going on or something.
Well, it's got mistletoe and stuff on it.
Yeah, you and Gerald use mistletoe?
He's definitely not watching this.
I have to ask.
All right, whips.
Yeah, I got those.
Oh yeah,
I do.
I really only have 1, so see?
It's because you finished everything. Doesn't count. All right. Well, I think after the last time we got together, I did show this. This is the Summer Quaker.
Oh yeah, well, I actually have that too, but I haven't worked on it.
The sale is Live in the Sun.
Yes,
Live in the Sunshine Sal.
Yes, with High G Stitcher. I don't know
Yeah,
how to pronounce that.
Hughie Stitcher. So that's.
I'm curious to see how
cover.
you've got a lot more done.
I
have a little
come
wave.
home. I haven't worked on it in a while now, but I did come home, I remember, after, and I was just loving it. So I know I'm farther than when we were together.
You are.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
love seeing the people that have almost finished
Oh, and there's a couple that have.
Yeah. Camping Stitcher, I think, right?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I'm not sure.
So, I'm getting there.
Yes.
Now, just because I have some of the, foundation of some of the Quaker areas, obviously they're not finished, but it does help to get them in a little bit and move. So, I think I'm heading towards, I thought my next move would be to finish blocking in.
Oh, okay.
So that I didn't leave all of that for later. So I started making myself, as you can see, like words and then green. Words and green, so that I can get to the right side, work my way down, and make sure that then that. So that's kind of where I'm at on.
Well, I didn't bring mine, but I will tell you there's like a little wave in the middle. And that's what I've got done. But it's going to be worked on, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, and so I'm stitching mine on, I think it's just cream.
I was going to say
Lugana cream. Yeah. And I got Miss Tina's Floss card.
Oh, yeah.
And my little Florida dude. Charms. I think we got that at StitchCon.
We did, and I think it was from Karen.
Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. So, anyways, I love that it's all DMC, and I love that it's all some of my favorite blues. So that is
definitely.
That is that one.
And you're doing the whole thing. I'm actually just doing the piece in the middle.
Right.
The little.
Right. And then there. And then I got back to work last night, so it's going to be wrinkled. And I did do some beforehand, too. The Memorial Day start.
Yeah.
For
you
Freedoms.
Were getting close to that, weren't you?
I think I'll finish tonight.
Okay.
I think that I'm going for that. But sometimes, sometimes things take longer than you think and you don't get it. But from what I can see and what I did last night was
Oh, yeah. You're close.
I finished. I had to come back. Last time when I showed it to you, I had to come back and do the other crow. Mm-hmm. And I had to add the red into the plant, which that's all done.
Yeah.
And then I had to come back here. I'll tell you, I did one thing that I went against probably. I made it my own. I was not. It's cute. It's adorable. I just didn't want to do it. I was being lazy. But there's on the hill where she's standing.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, on the hill where she's standing. I don't think they're going to be able to see it. There's some.
Oh yeah.
Like just a little
like
design, just an up-down design with white. I just made it a hill. I was.
Oh yeah.
Watching my show and I'm like, seriously, it's just
she's cute.
Grass. Isn't she the
cute.
Cutest?
Yeah.
And I'm undecided on whether I want to put her face on. What do you think? I kind of don't know. I kind of like her. I don't know. So I've got to finish the flower on the right, and it's just red. It's just like the other one. Not much. I guess I can't see. Let me try that.
I had a stiff one here somewhere.
There, that might be better. Anyway, so I've got this flower here, and then there's this border at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I got to do that at the top.
Okay.
And those two little,
it's like a white.
Yeah, and two little gold type little motifs in there. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they are. Maybe sunshine. They look like quilt blocks, but either way,
that's cute.
I think I can pull off a
now,
finish
are these
tonight.
called for? I love the house color.
Yep, everything's called for because this was a kit.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. So I'm excited, and
2016.
Yeah, that's in my. And I noticed on the thing that the thing that we're gonna start later. And I didn't know if I had them. The colors they're in this.
Oh, good.
Because I hickory sticks.
Okay,
I
good.
just got a new one.
I brought extra just.
Okay, so I think I might be able to pull.
Okay.
So that was that one. So hopefully I finish tonight and.
Is that it?
In there.
Yeah.
Okay. One more layer.
Okay. This is my whip, and I kind of picked this up a week or so ago, and what the goal was to try to get it done before October 1st when I'm starting something, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I've gotten quite a bit done.
Yes, you did.
This is the winter sampler.
Ooh, you are really.
Yeah, by Crochet A Go-Go. I'll call 4 colors, except I think I'm using Anchor White, which I typically do, instead of DMC.
I see you got cardinals on the tree.
Yep, and I'm working my way over. I got the border going around on one. Yeah, that side.
There we go.
And I took it to the shop yesterday to stitch, and I forgot my chart, so I just kind of went down the side.
You were just not all there.
I wasn't all there.
No.
And so I love it. I can't wait to get it done because in my haul, I have the autumn sampler.
I want to do the which one?
There's a Halloween one. There's some. They are such cute designs.
Yeah, she really
and that
does.
Fox.
The fox is my favorite.
And I love the owl. I love the owl and the fox. But Chris, the camping stitcher, has finished hers. I know. And Christy.
What are you stitching it on?
Country Mocha. Finished Country Mocha. 32 count.
Looks great.
Christy Jenks up in the Panhandle. She's stitching it too, and I know she had taken hers out.
A lot.
Yeah. I know she's taken hers out a while back, and she and I keep taking it out and stitching it and putting it back. But I definitely want to get it finished.
Is so good.
Yeah, the owl is. Yeah, he's really cute. And I just love the way the white pops on that fabric.
It does.
Yeah.
And are you doing it on the modeled or the back?
I'm actually doing it on, I think I'm doing it on the model. I don't know.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
I don't think that's not vintage country mocha.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it's
it doesn't
just
have much modeling in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, because if you look at this on the other side, you can definitely tell it's not modeled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love
so I'll
this.
probably do the autumn one on that too, because the colors seem to go really good on it.
Yep.
That's really my only.
You're close.
That's
you're,
really my
you're
only.
close. But
I mean,
she's got a lot of things in her stuff.
Yeah.
So,
you know, I've only got a couple of other whips, and you know, my sea glass that has been around forever seems to be my StitchCon.
We found sea glass on Lake Huron.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was telling Jen about it, and we didn't find her one, but I did find 2 pieces while we were there.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see, haul.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
You go ahead.
Well, I did want to take 2 seconds, and
yeah.
you have not seen this yet.
Mm-mm.
And I absolutely love it. This is something that Lori Sykes, My Crazy Life on Instagram, decided that she wanted to make a cross-stitch planner, calendar type deal, for 2024. And she invited some designers to create things to go with each month. And then, you know, we got one. And so I was like, sure, why not? So I have a Matilda in here, but this is how it came out. And you can now get these in her Etsy shop or at the Colorado cross-stitcher. And maybe one other shop, but I can't think of that one. Okay, yeah, something local to her. But anyways, Linda and I know we have tried planners for, I think, 3 years now going on. And we usually buy the
Book of Days.
Book of Days. They're beautiful. I feel like we always want one. And I think I made it 2 weeks this past year.
I don't think I made it that
I don't think you did. And we did the stickers. But I got to tell
I got
you,
a lot of stickers.
this planner is really cool. And I'm not saying that because I really don't like to recommend things unless I really think that they are good, as far as for someone to, like us, that don't make that effort. We'd rather stitch. It just, our time is up. But let me show you the cool part. And I know she shared it, but if you don't watch her by any chance, every month has its, you know, the regular squares.
2-page calendar kind of thing.
Yeah, so I've been working on that. Then after the month, you have...
Don't show the chart.
Oh, sorry.
Here.
Okay, give me something there. All right. Okay, so every month has notes, your sales, different challenges, and finishes. And then on the other side is the freebie that you get. So this one is by Cosford Rice Stitchery. And some of them finished, and there's a finished picture. Mine, I did not. And so you go through, and there's all sorts of Kate Stitcher designs. I didn't know that one. I've never heard her before. Silver Stitch designs. There's a lobster.
Oh, there's a Marie would love that.
Lobster. Yeah. I'll be stitching Darling and Whimsy. That's a cute I'll be stitching one. But see, like she didn't. You could do whatever you wanted to. You were given it for free. And then I started putting in the days. There's some spots in here where you can chart. If you're, I don't think you're going to be able to see it here, but this one here. She's got dots in case you want to chart something, a name or something you need to.
Graph paper.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. And I like, because as these after each month, I don't necessarily need huge space to write each day. I know I won't. I will not keep up with something daily when it comes to this. So the fact that I can go to the month and turn and just put my birthdays in and all that, but then have notes, but track my sales, which I do have a lot of, and I do have challenges sometimes with what I'm trying to accomplish and finishes. So that'll work. And then mine is, I can show the chart, my Matilda, and I had pulled her from one of the other ones. I thought she would be appropriate for that since we were stitchers. But, okay, Mama Loves You GB's in here. Bendy Stitchies is in here. Beach Close.
I saw Sambry Stitches in there.
Okay, this is the part I love. So I will be prepared for next year. So, and then it gives you 2025 in case you want, because Linda's going to need this. Like, see, next year she's going to need this because every month is going to have a retreat in there. Right? And then it goes into the retreat section. And this is the part I'm stoked about because our years are getting busier and busier. But what the heck am I doing? Okay. So then you have a few pages like this with whips, new starts, and plans. So I like the fact that I don't have to write when I stopped or when I started. And I know you use your
I do. I use my Stitch app. Yeah, I love it.
But I don't. And so I thought for me, I would like to have a page for me for designer and then personal. Then I could kind of keep track of that. So you've got a couple of pages of those, and then you've got blank paper just for notes, and then this one.
Oh yeah,
retreats.
Yeah, she immediately messaged me and said you're going to need this book.
Oh, right. I love this. So how pretty and how nice. You've got your name, your location. I love that it says you on the wait list. Yes. And then it's got, for us, I don't know if it's the older we get, we like to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be all planned, but we do like to know, okay, you're picking me up at 5? Okay, should I leave at 5:30? And we always kind of want to know. So this gives you planes, trains, and automobiles, departing and returning, the transport, the parking, where we're going, flight information, all this kind of stuff, the cost, the travel down here, hotel, and where you're going, because I cannot tell you how many times now I have asked Randy, please send me the hotel stuff. Just send me the confirmation so I know where I'm going to. And then you have your retreat week, or whether it's, Thursday through Sunday or something like that. And I always forget something I wanted to do or somebody I wanted to meet. You said it this year with Chris.
Right. Who was it?
Oh, gosh. I just can't stand it when I lose something. It's Chris.
Yeah.
Hollis Hands Creates.
Yes.
Linda didn't realize she was at StitchCon Weekend A, and she'd always wanted to go introduce herself. So, I think then now you can say, maybe if she's there, did I get to meet her? And there's that. And then you have your shopping, your wish list. I know one year Linda, this side, had pre-ordered from Keepsakes, and it was like, you don't want to forget that. You've paid for it or whatever.
Right.
And then there's packing, which projects, which we all struggle with that, because it's like, am I taking 5? Am I taking 3? Which one am I taking? Notions, snacks, we leave that up to Jen. She rocks the snack bag.
She does.
She asked me for when I got the car, and she's like, do we need a snack bag? I'm like, no, we're moving on this trip. It's not stopping and eat, we're moving. And so we'll just get it as we need it. She's like, okay. She gets in the car and she's got that dang snack bag, and it is filled to the brink. I just had one box.
The first year she filled
that was my gift.
Filled 2 things up
when
for
she
both
didn't
of
get
us.
to go. That was the first year she didn't go.
Yeah.
Then and last year we took it like so much, but she's just like the same thing. And I mean, thank goodness she did, because we were flying this time more. Yeah. But anyway, so snacks are in there, which cracks me up. In the neighborhood, which I know I'm going to put Finley in there for StitchCon for sure, so we get there, and the shops we want to go to, and Bluebird Cafe, you definitely want to get to that this year if we go there. And then here's your table friends and their information. So I really think I'm probably spending too much time on this, but I really think it's planned out really well.
Yeah, it is. And she's got graph paper in there too.
Graph paper, Stitchy Kindness. I have a hard time remembering the table mates and what they get, and I just think you get back to the room and at least you can write it down before you get overwhelmed. So there's enough for 3 or 4 retreats. That repeats itself 4 times. Yeah. So Lori, I love this. Thank you for letting me be a part of it. That was haul. No, Happy Mail, but whatever. I didn't want to forget that one. So what are we on, haul?
Yeah,
where we're supposed to be?
I have Happy Mail. Just a cute little card. I had sent Christy, Floss, Bossin Cousins. Yeah. She had mentioned in one of her things that she'd lost a chart for Madame Chantilly celebrate Christmas. And I had it because I had done the winter one and I had done the beach one and I bought it and I thought I'm never going to do it. So she just sent me a nice little card. Aww. And I just have to say she has the most beautiful handwriting.
Yes, she does.
Oh my
What was their announcement? Did I miss it?
Oh yeah, they have got shirts that your bag.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dina Stitch Folk.
Oh,
she has done a design on their
them?
Yes, for them. And I watched it yesterday. It's really cute.
I need to watch it. Okay.
They have some sweatshirts. They have shirts. I think they have.
Does it
mugs.
say Floss, Bossin Cousins?
Yes,
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Well, it says something about heifer. Yeah, so they are very cute.
I love that.
But I loved it because on the back, she's Southern. Because it's monogram.
Yeah, it's got her.
And us Southerners, we monogram anything that doesn't move.
All right.
So I thought it was cute. But that was a sweet card. Thanks so much, Christy.
So cute.
Yeah. So, haul.
Do we want to do camping stitcher?
Yeah.
While we're...
Yeah, I've got haul. So you do that.
Oh, yeah. Is this haul?
Yeah, that's haul.
All right.
Yeah.
So now you have the same one?
I have that. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this was the one that I got. I just thought, well, I could probably pull this off this year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I haven't looked, and I promise you, I will probably just be grabbing my own stuff. I like that when I could just grab and make it my own and just enjoy. Yep. I love stitching letters, so I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for her, and she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
She has a sale right now, and I think it's $5 off. Anything in her
shop.
Seen that. Something like that.
I've been watching her. She's been all over the country. They're traveling.
Yeah, she's always,
oh my gosh, I love it.
So
they've been everywhere.
Check her out.
Yeah.
All right. That's that. Mm-hmm. What do you got? Oh, you want me to finish, or you want to go back?
I'll finish.
All right. I have a bag that came in. I had wanted. I saw this bag come across. Goose.
This is something I need to start that you've got in it. Have you started it?
Well, yes, I started it, but I didn't have a bag. And yes, I could have put it in something else, but then I saw Goose. And it's not a huge project, so it had the bike. So this is housing. The bag is the haul. The pattern is the Sue Hillis.
Yes, that we're supposed to have a sale for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't started one. Do we have a sale name?
I don't know if we were just using.
It's in the same one as last year, but with the date change.
Right.
Okay. So I did not get any farther than the last time I showed you, but I got that much, and I'm using Candy Apple Red.
Ooh, pretty red.
I'm going to try and modify a little bit of the work this time so it goes a little faster.
Yep.
So this is where I'm at.
I did end up, and I think it's in my haul, I'm going to do my bike blue.
Yes.
That's my bike that
I got to tell you. So, and you could use this bag for a blue bag too, but let me tell you something. What is the shop in the plaza at Brick City? Bells? No. Yeah. Belk. Which one is
Bells?
Bells. Okay, so the good Bells, which is a Florida store, I believe.
Department store. Yep.
Yes, they have summer T-shirts with those bikes on.
Oh, really?
And I kind of thought we should all get one. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to get up there, but if you end up there and you walk down there, over around the corner to the right, they had the bikes. It's the same. It's red. It's not going to be blue. Yeah. But I thought when we do our hold up this year, what if we?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I have to look at. In fact, they may have them online, so I'll check online too.
Oh, good plan. And then you could send the link to Jen or even I don't know how iStitch would work, but anyways, I thought that would be really fun.
That is cute.
It was really cute. Yep. My typical style, but I think I could pull it off for that. And then I have haul from my market market haul, Needlework Marketplace. So I got Stacy Nash. I think I'm up to 3 of her chickens now. 0 stitched. But she keeps going with those, and like Peter says, she does have the best chickens. I wanted to have JBW. She was model stitching this at StitchCon.
Oh, is that the one?
Yes, that's why I'm like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it because it's got a little sampler, but the house is
I remember the house.
Adorable. So yeah, she was stitching. So this I needed to have.
I'll have to get that one.
And then I fell in love with. Where's the thread that you're made?
With I Needle a Thread?
Yeah, where's that?
Oh, the Seasons of
The one
the
you
Heart?
got me?
No.
The one you picked up? Isn't it in there? No?
Yeah, it should be in there. Yeah, the one we're going to do?
Yeah.
Maybe you put it in here.
There it is. Okay. Alrighty. So this is I always say Pansy Patch Quilts. I confuse her sometimes with that other one that does the houses. That's so cute. But anyways, this is the Red Bunny sampler. And I fell in love with it because it's a red work. And I already know that, this is the floss card for Farmhouse Flossies.
Oh.
She has one that is like DMC 115, but hand dyed and gorgeous. She was using it. She was stitching with it on a flag, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So there is your thing, Farmhouse Flossies, and I'm going to try. I don't remember what the color was. So Cindy, if you're watching,
send me a message.
Right. So, and I thought that would be really good. And I'm probably thinking vintage country mocha. I don't know, but I just love a good red work, and I love that rabbit in the house. So those were those. And getting there. Oh, I forgot one. Well, I didn't forget one, but it was from the retreat, so I guess it's haul, but whatever. Because I bought. I really didn't get much. Like I did, but I didn't. I didn't buy a lot there. But this is, you're gonna die. This is from something that the Vintage Stitcher is making now.
Oh, I've seen her. Okay.
So she is pre-doing your stand-ups, and I love
Or you can just mount something to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyways, I grabbed this because I knew the black and the gray gingham. I can do fall, I can do Christmas, I can do a Matilda, I can do anything. So this is her I believe it's a 5x7. And then she also has a vertical type one, like going that way, that word folds. She has smaller ones than this. I should have grabbed her price list of ornaments. So it doesn't open, but it's a small size flat, and it's ready to be an ornament. So that is the Vintage Stitcher.
And I just wrote that down.
That's already okay. Good. She also has long arm quilting services. So she was with this cutie patootie that I'll put her name with the picture. I don't think I got a picture with her. But anyway, she was working with the Vintage Stitcher, and then she kind of got into helping with the cross stitch. She has only been stitching since May, and she just finished one of Lori Holt's the like how she has those farmhouse flowers, and they're almost like a full coverage dude.
Right.
So she did that one with the gingham, finished it there. We had a finishing room at the retreat. She went up and stitched the pillow and stuffed it, and all she had left was the cording.
That was kind of cool.
It was so cool. People could bring their things, and Barb brought sewing machines, ironing boards, trims. I had extra ribbon. Barb really provided, and that was in our, like, where the vendor room was, that was down there. And then people helped each other.
Sure.
So this was part of haul, and so cool, and I can't wait to use that. Want to do birthday now?
Sure.
Is that like call?
Sure. Exactly.
Okay, so so my birthday's coming up.
Yeah, and I knew we wouldn't get to see each other probably again before it, and I managed to snag one of these.
I really wanted one with a tomato on it, but man, I never make it out there for when they're released. So at StitchCon, Linda had surprised me with another project bag, which was Cricklewood crossing and had the witch on it. Love that one. And then she surprised me with this today. And I never thought I'd get my hands on one of these. And the little tie, dude.
The little zipper puller.
Really?
So cute. Just
how cute is that?
I've never had one of her bags, but they are gorgeous.
They really
are gorgeous.
I love that tomato. And it came with, I think I have seen this
it's probably
with
a little
Barbara on them, but anyways, it came with the little tomato thing. And a cute cross-stitch and coffee, because that's our little theme. I pulled it out. I love that. Did you see the coffee mug?
Yeah.
Oh. So there's a little coffee mug out. I don't know if I can show that very good. But this shop is Etsy, you said?
Yes.
Etsy. Sweet Autumn Stitch.
Sweet Autumn Stitch.
Sweet
and she
Autumn
does
Stitch.
Gorgeous things.
So
I've got quite a few of her beachy ones. And,
really cute. I love the coffee. Really pretty.
It is cute. And when I saw the coffee one, I thought, we got to have that one.
Right up.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was a big happy meal.
Yeah.
And then, look, I want you to see this size bag. Ann is going to crack up. Fat Quarter Shop has sent, I do love these. I am going to save these. I think you might want to do one too. Maybe like a fall one, just for like, these are their 2 by 2.5 by 2.5. Yeah. Stitch cards. So this is their set R, and it's got a scarecrow, a sunflower. I love the crow. I love the pumpkin.
Oh yeah, the crow's cute.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
Just for fillers. So that was that. And then they shared a Jelly Roll quilt book. Which Jen was saying she's working on her sewing room. And she was talking about, she bought a Jelly Roll. That she wanted to try and at least start getting quilts. And then this one was Autumn Days Ornaments. These are round. I'm not great with round, but I think they'd be fun. I'm just not sure how I would want to finish it. You know?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, these are their new Autumn Days ornaments. And so maybe if I could figure out, I don't know. I feel like I might change a few colors.
Yeah.
I don't think I would do the background, like of the pie and stuff. I would just remove the green. But anyways, that they sent some stuff. And then they sent this, oh my gosh, project bag.
Ann, just for you. Our friend Ann, she stitches, she does beautiful work on these bags, and she's got almost every color. And Ann, I'm not sure.
I mean, you can stitch them. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is called the Big Hexy Project Bag, but it's a beehive.
It's a beehive, which is right up her alley.
So I think she needs to stitch
something big,
a big hive on there. But I mean, look, I can't even begin to tell you how big that thing is. So, anyhow, fun, and I think that's it. I think I did it.
Well, let me see what I have. Like I say, it's been a while.
Ooh, you got fabric. I didn't get any fabric.
Well, yeah. Okay, first of all, talking of bags.
Oh, yeah.
Jean happened to know that this was right up my alley. Because it says autumn.
Yeah.
I really, of course, the shepherd's bush too. And I love the little scissor fob. So that's probably going to be.
Do you have the bag?
I don't have the bag yet.
I do.
You do?
I do. I do. Yes, I do.
But of course, I love fall.
It's not peach.
It wouldn't need it.
It's tan.
Oh, that'd probably be.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I love that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cute. Yeah, that'll be
of course
nice
it falls. I did all of my fall decorating while you were
gone.
So everything is out. I mean, that's a challenge, and I love this. The twins. I love the barn. and that I know I'm probably going to have
This
to
was
stitch
last
that.
year's, wasn't it?
No, this is if it was,
Yeah.
it was in their marketplace stuff this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was fun. Gina and I got to chat with them for a while through the video, and it's always great chatting with them. But I love that barn.
Yeah. I love sheep.
Yeah, and the sheep is cool too. So I picked that up.
That's good.
Yeah. And then these are all marketplace. And Gina has started this, and it is gorgeous.
I bet it is. I saw that, and I'm
is
like, geez
gorgeous.
Louise.
It was a retreat piece, or some type of piece for something special. I don't remember if it was a retreat or if it was one of those on Facebook where they have the special. Anyway, I love houses, but this, and Jean's stitching it, and I saw it yesterday. It's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
And I just love, I mean.
Oh, I know. And I can't remember what she told me she's stitching it on. I even asked her, but it showed up really, really well.
It calls for Steinbeck from Needle and Flax.
That wouldn't be that.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, it's
so
beautiful.
Yeah. It's fun because it is all the seasons.
And talking about the bike, Sue Hillis came out with the other ones. And so she did was come out, and I said, the blue bike.
Oh, are you going to borrow?
Yeah, I think I'm going to borrow the blue.
Marty. Yeah.
And use that for the StitchCon bike.
And then just put the floss and the stuff on the bike. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. And that's a good blue.
It is a good blue.
That's a really good blue. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
All right. Love that.
Okay, and then... did I give you the blackbird?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's somewhere in here.
Okay. Right there. This one.
Yeah, okay. And I got this for you.
Oh, thanks. I didn't have that
We
one.
were stitching a couple weeks ago, and Jeannie, one of our stitchers, brought in a bunch of stuff that she knew she would never stitch. And I saw it, and I thought right away, you're going to like that.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't have that one. I have
I
one
didn't think you did.
Halloweenish.
Because I knew
but I never had
Halloween, so I knew.
I'm going to be right up this alley.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Man. Oh, did you see that crow? Oh, that's good. Ooh, look at these two together.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Right?
Yeah. That's perfect.
Oh.
And then I picked up the new
I didn't
Brenda
get
Gervais.
that one, and now I see it.
And I just love it, so I'm sure it will be a...
When Pumpkins Glow.
Yeah. So it's not real Halloween-y.
No, I know. Oh, and you could do like that.
Uh-huh.
What did she use for the finish? That looks like, I guess it's just a piece of chipboard. Okay, I didn't know if she had bought... Oh, no, it is. It's from Chantel's. That's her panoramic display
good.
board.
Okay, cool.
It's just, no, it's just emails coming in.
Okay.
Cute.
Isn't it cute?
Yes. Dang it.
And then this is
now I'm going to have to add that.
Crochet A Go-Go Autumn. Yeah. I know.
I just can't. I saw it and I got confused because I love this.
Halloween one too.
But I love the Halloween.
But I love the bear. And and there's another, what's the other animal on there?
A raccoon, of
raccoon.
course. A raccoon, of course.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too. So I promised myself.
And beavers.
Oh yeah?
I think those are beavers. I don't have my stitching
maybe.
glasses on. But yeah, those are beavers. Yeah.
Okay.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is cute. But I promised I have to finish winter first, and then I'll start that.
Well,
it's a big project.
I probably got to get the, I don't know.
She's got some at the shop.
I know. But like, I like hers. She's got the Halloween ones at the shop. I want an all year one. Like, hers are so good. So you've got the winter. You're going to have the fall. I want one that's like, I don't want
all year long. Yeah, that you can keep
just
out.
because I know I can't stitch all of them. But I do love the Halloween one. It was so cute. I might have to get that.
Well, when Jeannie brought in the stuff that she was no longer going to stitch, there was one in there that caught my eye, and it's called the Key West Sampler. Now, I will say this picture is not good at all, but it's a bright needle, and it's discontinued. But it's a Key West Sampler. And I thought that's going to be perfect. I've been looking for that. It's kind of been on my...
Yeah, you like bright needle, but
yeah.
That's
so
kind of definitely not an easy one to get it.
No, it isn't. Not a good picture.
But so it's got a little parrot.
Yep.
Which we know.
And it's got the water on the bottom, and and I might modify it somewhat.
Maybe an anchor. I see a fish, but that looks cute. That looks fun. That looks fun.
Yeah.
That's not too.
So I kind of snagged that from Jeannie, and then I just picked up a couple of Picture This Plus that were at the shop that I really liked the color. And these are never going to turn out right. But a green.
Oh, this is Picture This Plus mint, which
never
show up.
Never shows up. And then this one is.
Because it is a minty, but not...
Yeah, but not...
Yeah, not terribly.
And this is dwarf.
I feel like I've used this before. Now that shows up pretty good.
That shows up pretty good.
I don't know what it is with green.
Everything I've tried, one of those models I stitched for you or something I stitched.
This is why Peter's sitting there going, this is why I don't use green.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it. It doesn't show up. It doesn't work
Speaking of that, did you hear that Teresa mentioned Peter?
Yes, I saw it. It was a hoot. We talked about it at the retreat. Yeah. I'm like, I had to. Because she came, I don't know which pattern it was. She came up to me, like when we were sitting after a while, and she's like, she shows the book, and she goes, by the way, let Peter know, these birds are flying. And I'm like, oh my God.
He's going to die.
It was hysterical.
And then
that's a good one.
This I grabbed. This was part of the common threaded stitcher that we could get from Be Stitch Me. And it was a special fabric called One More Republican. And it's
Reproduction. Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, reproduction.
Keep politics out of this.
32 count, and it's a tannish. I mean, I love it.
That is beautiful.
And it was great, so I picked
One More Republican.
Did I say Republican?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, never mind.
One More Reproduction.
Yeah, one of those.
That's beautiful.
It's pretty.
That's really
So
pretty.
I had to get some of that.
Yes, there's the back. It's got some really nice modeling.
And I think it might be in her shop now, maybe. I'm not sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
It does have a little hue.
Yes,
greenish gray. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really pretty.
It is
I
pretty.
can see why it would be for a good sampler.
Yep.
That's cool.
All right, where are we at?
I don't know. Check the list.
I'm checking the list. Plans. Well, I do have, I know my first one would be, and where did I put it? Oh, a couple of weeks ago, Christy from Floss, Bossin Cousins had shown a chart that she had just bought called Zuka. And we talked about it, and, she talked about it. It was on Georgia Girl Stitching's FlossTube several years ago, back in 19, I think. Yes, and at the time that Georgia Girl, Megan, showed it, I bought it because I loved the way that she had done it. She had done it on a green, and she had done it with grits, green fabric and grits. So when Christy shown it, I thought, oh, I need to message her because I really want to start this. I've wanted to start it forever.
Yeah.
So I messaged her, and she said, sure. So she was going to get fabric. I didn't like the green fabric that I originally got, so I went looking.
Yeah, that's going to be so
And
pretty.
this is what I'm going to use. It's called Brick, and it's not going to come out right on there.
No, this is if you know weak sweet potato.
Yes,
this is weak sweet potato. I don't know why that's shown gold right now. Weird. Look at that.
I know.
It's a beautiful color. What you're seeing, but it is.
Yeah, if you put it further back, I don't know. It amazes me how the colors show up.
No. Let me tell you, this is orange. It's pumpkin.
It's a pumpkin color.
It's sweet potato. It's got beautiful modeling in it. So
and the grits, I think, is going to show up really cool on it.
Yeah,
I love white pumpkins.
Yeah.
So I think that's what
I really
we're going to go
wish
with.
it would show up.
I know. Yeah. What are we getting?
I don't know. What you looking for, Viv? Purse. It's in the closet. Would you like me to grab it? No, okay. Yeah, we're flossing over here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
so anyway, we're going to start.
Ring too.
Isn't that pretty?
That's
also from her.
Hold on, I got to show that.
Yeah, that's the same one I got from you. What?
Watch your needle.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Sweet autumn stitch.
Yeah.
And it's a pumpkin. and it's just adorable.
But she's got these pretty charms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it?
It's really
So I'm
cute.
looking forward to that. That's going to be fun, October 1st. And did we come up with a hashtag? I don't think we have.
Hey, babe.
Christy, I guess we'll have to talk about that.
Please. Will you be getting lunch?
Or dinner?
Will you be done by Tuesday?
I may have to spend the night.
Yeah. I just checking. I don't just. All right, I'll call you later. I can't call in the middle of the thing. It's just a thumbs up, thumbs down that you'll be getting. Oh, okay, I got a thumbs up. Thank you. Love you.
Okay. And then I guess our next thing would be what we want to talk about, the November. November.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what else was I gonna say? Okay. I was gonna say something, but I can't remember it. And it's so funny. So Linda loves nautical, and we were talking through our months and what we got left, and I think we're officially, our year will slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we are hoping to be regular FlossTubers, but I think it'll slow down. I have 3 new releases coming out in a couple of weeks. One is several people. One of the reasons I'm doing it is, even though we just finished the marketplace, I had several people in that ask about Autumn Blessings. Was I going to have the 3rd in the series for the church for Autumn? And it was finished. Chris Young model stitched it again beautifully. It's been framed. I was going to hold it, and I thought, well, it's seasonally appropriate right now. I had a couple others that were stragglers, so I think I'm going to release 3. But one that Linda was working on was a nautical one, and she shared a bunch of sneak peeks. And so, anyways, that kind of led me. I was working on
She's playing with clip
I was
art.
playing with clip art, watercolors, and I found what I wanted to use for what she stitched for me for Nashville for the pattern cover. I'm like, you need to look at these things. So somehow, in that conversation of text, was born a new hashtag that Linda's gonna run, or at least for you to share with her your pieces.
Yeah.
So what you gonna call it?
Well, it's called Nautical November. Hashtag Nautical November. And so, I mean, I had several pieces. My main thing is going to be to get my summer Quaker back out. That'll give me the incentive to get it back out and stitching on it. And then I had something that I had pulled, and it's funny because my friend Diane and I had talked, and she said, I just pulled this. And I said, oh, this is perfect for Nautical November.
Oh, great. It is, because I remember you.
Yeah. So I bought this a couple years ago. It's called Comfort Lighthouse by Carriage House Sampling. I don't believe I've ever stitched a Carriage House sampling, so I think it'll be my first.
You're going to like it.
Yeah.
You're going to like it.
And I found the neatest fabric when I bought that, and it's called Mind Blowing. It's by Fortnite.
That's pretty.
It's by Fortnite Fabrics, and then these are the colors. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
She's got longer arms than I do. But it's a grayish, I would call it a grayish tannish.
I mean, that's not super beautiful there that I did, but
and those colors
it's
on
a
it are
blue
going to be
gray,
pretty. Yeah,
and it's
blue
modeled
gray.
so perfectly
It's modeled
for
very
this.
well. So
Look at that.
I already had everything, so that's going to be part of my Nautical November too.
I don't know why why is it that I like some nautical,
But
not all.
Because I think you like more of the not so cutesy
yes,
nautical.
yes.
Yeah.
Like that is, I love that.
I know, I do too.
This is one of the funniest things I just love. When you're a stitcher, and we're used to little house, big crib.
You know, like, bigger than the house.
Exactly. And when I share it with my sister, I'll show, hey, this is my next design. My sister's like, that flower is like bigger than the house.
Yeah,
Is that?
exactly.
I'm like, that's what you do. It's what, but it's so funny because she's like, that's that folk art thing. I'm like, yes, it's okay that giant crow is sitting on top of that tiny house.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah. So
I love this.
That'll be part of my Nautical November.
November.
And then the Summer Quaker will be part of my Nautical November.
And so I'm going to participate too, because most of my stuff is, I'm good. So I'm going to do Summer Quaker for my Nautical November. And did I have another one? Did I say I was doing two? Oh yeah, that's a whopper.
Maybe not.
Well, maybe not. But I'm trying. What I'd like to do is if I have anything in my stash that remotely has not, I'm going to work on it. Right. So that would be good.
It'll be a nice break. I mean, I think by November I'll probably be over my fall. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I know that there's Christmas coming up, but
we've done a lot of Christmas. Like we really have.
So I still have wall space.
Yeah. Nautical. You want to know what? It's a great time, kind of, if you like nautical and stuff like that. Because I feel like I stitch Christmas way before Christmas. Oh, yeah, because when it's Christmas, I'm not stitching Christmas. I'm working on Christmas, and then I don't get to stitch it. Mm-hmm. And then somehow Halloween creeps up, and I'm in the mood for Halloween come June, July, when I know it's supposed to be patriotic. I like the fact that I can stitch on kind of just an everyday in November, something that'll be out all year. It'll be years. So anyways, so hashtag Nautical November. We'll put it down below. Yep. If you work on something, tag Linda and share and get some inspiration.
It'll be fun.
The nice part is it's not just one pattern, and there are tons of. It can be beachy. Oh, it can be anything like that.
Yeah, I call most of my stuff is either beachy, coastal.
If you stitch Matilda Goes to the Beach, which is the free pattern, I'd love to see that. Let me know. Okay, we did that.
Yeah, we have a mess, don't we? I think this is what
we're down to. You check our list. We're good.
I think we're good.
I think the only thing I have for plans is I have a couple of things I need to get to the finisher. Mm-hmm. So we're coming your way, Terry.
We're going to take some models up to the shop.
We're going to take, you're going to, yes, there is a trunk show at Gary's, Gary
and Ronnie's.
No.
Oh.
Downtown Leesburg.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Gary and Leesburg.
Yes, I was trying to think of his I know his last name when I see it, but I don't know if I pronounce it the right way. Gary.
Yes, Fiber Arts.
Yes. And he is basically on the main street in downtown Leesburg, and he has a cross stitch. He carries lots of other fiber arts, I would think, too, and some vintage patterns. But he's going to do a trunk show from October 3rd through the 31st of some of my new stuff, and Old Florida Sampler will be there. It's fun to see people say that they were going to make. I have one lady I can't wait to see. She's going to do it for Mississippi.
I had a lady come in the shop when I was there the other day, and she walked over to me and kind of introduced herself, and she said, I just want you to know I'm going to do the Florida Sampler, that my husband was born in Umatilla, which is near Ocala, and she said, I'm just going to change this, and he worked for an orange company, I'm going to do that, and I thought it was really cool. Yeah.
So while we're talking about the Florida Sampler sale, hashtag Florida Sampler sale, that for Pete's sake, Peter, is hosting, he has given me his floss conversion and I believe the alphabet. He emailed it to me and I got it. I will add that to the website so that it should be up and ready for you Monday at the latest Tuesday. We just uploaded all of the Great Lakes Stitchers Gathering photos and a little video of my whole display there. So if you want to visit the website or subscribe, we changed that page. It's under community, so you can see a few more pictures and things like that. But then under community, I'm going to create a drop down for stitch alongs. So it'll be in there, Old Florida Sampler, and then I know coming in January, the Vintage Stitcher is hosting the winter, my pattern Winter Blessings. She's going to host a stitch along then. So I thought that might be a good place, and if you are okay with me sharing your pictures, I will share your pictures of what you've created. So that's that. And other than that, I'm just so happy to be stitching. Not traveling or anything like that. I go to dinner with my dad Wednesday. I got together with him last Wednesday. I think that's pretty good.
we'll be on.
Besides some printing and stuff.
Yeah, I think Diana and I will be on pins and needles for I think next Friday to find out if we got into Stitch West.
Stitch West, and then on the 4th we'll find out.
On the 4th we'll find out about StitchCon.
Right.
Yes.
So, all right, we're doing good. All right, you want me to do the beginning talking? Okay. So, the way I look at it is, we had a mutual friend. However, Linda was a lifelong friend with Mary Warman, and we lost a really sweet stitching sister this past week, and we wanted to do something that would honor her and her spirit and her soul. And I have to admit, she's one of the sweetest women I've ever met. She was a sister pig lover, which I love that. It sounds awful, but that's what we were. And when I very first started designing, I just was playing and practicing, and that is how Hog Heaven was created. And I walked in one day and gifted the pattern to her, and it ultimately is funny that at Needlework Marketplace, she had stitched it on 40 count and loaned it to me. I got it finished for her, and it's really a bummer that she never got to physically hold the finish. I know she saw it, but that was her stitching, and it's just with great sadness that we have lost her. So this sweet loving, pig loving, cross stitch loving, Halloween loving friend of ours, I hope that she is looking down and knowing that we have created something. We'll share some pictures. And we have decided Linda wanted to stitch something in her honor, and we have come up with Halloween for Mary, hashtag Halloween for Mary. And when we decided, we toyed with a couple of things, but we definitely wanted to have like 2 witches or something in it so we could put initials and things like that. We know that Mary had just started also Tiny Town Halloween, which I am still working on, and I can share where I'm at. So I am going to use 2 pieces to celebrate Mary, and I love that she loved Halloween. And I think it's cute that it's going to bring Linda a little bit into that arena. So I'm going to share a picture. This was from her let me make sure it's in there good, from her 71st birthday. She definitely loved retreats. She loved Florida, and she loved her home was in North Carolina?
She had a cabin up in North Georgia on a mountain.
North Georgia, okay.
And that was her love.
Yes, yes. I mean, she would drive down.
Yeah, she would drive down for our Brick City retreats.
Right.
And, I'd known Mary for many years. We'd retreated together to Myrtle Beach.
Yes, we have many pictures we'll show of those.
We've retreated together to Jacksonville, so there's a lot of people that knew her face.
Would you say Barefoot Needle Arts or Jacksonville? Which one was her most recent?
Her most recent would have been in August with us. Diane and her and I.
In Jacksonville.
We're in Jacksonville this August.
Yeah.
And, we had a great time. And, she loved Halloween. She loved pigs. The one thing I have to say about Mary's so funny, because we roomed together a couple times at some of the retreats. And we'd get back up to the room late at night, or sometimes I'd stay a little later. I'd come up. First thing we had to do is turn on FlossTube. I mean, she always wanted to watch FlossTube. She loved Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher. She loved, of course, watching you.
Yeah.
She loved Brenda. And, I remember one night sitting with her in a room, and when Brenda and Laura had been out to some retreat, and they had people coming in, bringing and sharing information. It was a special video that they did.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She and I sat and watched that till probably 2 o'clock in the morning.
Remember. It was one where Laura and them went out there and they had their table turned and people would go. Yes.
We sat and watched that, and she just, and she and I both compared, do you watch? So she was an avid FlossTube watcher.
Yeah.
She was really happy.
She didn't comment too much on social media, but I mean, she was on Instagram as, was it Mary Warman?
Yeah,
it was her profile was this cute little pig.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. She was so funny, because she had a sense of humor that was just unbelievable. She would come up with stuff that just out of the blue, and you just would never expect it from her.
Right.
But, she was great. We're going to miss her.
Just sweet as punch. Yeah. Like you wouldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she and I started stitching back in the 90s at Always in Stitches. And we kind of kept in touch. And like I say, she loved the mountains in North Georgia. And she finally moved there because she had a house in South Florida.
Yeah. See, I feel like I do remember her
Uh-huh.
from down there. I just don't know that I would have known her name at the time.
No, and she was a retired cardiac intensive care nurse.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because in the last year or two, she's always told Gerald when we would travel together, Linda doesn't have to worry. She's got her cardiac nurse with her. But we had a ball in Myrtle Beach, and we've had a ball at several places, and she's just going to be missed very much.
Yeah. And I just think it's one of those things that, you know, when you have all your retreats next year, I mean, you just have to enjoy life as you have it.
Yeah.
And because this one was something we were not expecting at
totally
all.
Unexpected. In fact, last week I had just talked to her.
Yeah.
And we had signed up for the Garan Stitchery, and she it's funny because she had posted, Linda made me do it. She signed up too. And one of the little stories I have to tell is we were on our way to Myrtle Beach the first year we went to Barefoot Needle Arts.
Yeah.
Chris and Marie, our friends that were originally from Maine, were with us. And you know how on the highway you always run into deer and all this stuff? Well, don't you know that all the way up, pigs,
wild boar
on both sides. And it was always just a joke because Mary was with us.
It's like your raccoon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, we want to talk about raccoons.
I love them now. But yeah. I mean,
so she will be missed. And while I never normally stitch Halloween, I mean, I did last year for your birthday.
Yes.
We have that one.
Right.
I just thought it was kind of appropriate.
Yeah.
And,
she'd love it because there's another picture of her that we'll insert where her T-shirt says "I love Halloween" on it.
I found that yesterday. It was wonderful.
Yeah, so we'll make sure all those are in there.
Yep.
Part of my haul, and she picked it up yesterday because it wouldn't have normally been her kind of purchase. But I was like, well, what about this one? When witches go riding. And there is one, I'm going to just open it up.
Open it up.
There is one. Okay, so the fun part is if you're doing it with friends.
There's one with 3 witches.
There's one with 3.
And there's one with 2.
And then the one with the 2 cats. Mm-hmm. So, I mean.
I'm doing the one with 2.
Yeah. And I told her how great you could put your initials in it and stuff like that. So the one with 2. Oh, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. Oh, she broke it apart.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the moon whispers, she broke the rhyme apart in 3. Oh, well, geez, now I almost have to stitch all 3. That's really cute.
It is cute. And I think she did them on 40 count country mocha. Because I pulled fabric yesterday. And actually, they're not real big. Mm-hmm. So I pulled 32 count country mocha, and they're not. I think it's like 5 by 6 or something. They're not big at all.
3 pieces of 40 count vintage country mocha, measuring 7 by 7. Yes. So your finished size is probably 5 by 5.
Yeah, it's not big.
And it's got that new that color I use on Oscar, Clockwork, which is a great orange. Mm-hmm.
I think I posted a picture on Instagram.
You did?
I did, yeah. Okay. With the fibers and the fabric. And
this is yours.
Yes, that's mine. So anyway, we're going to, and it's really no time frame, but it is going to be Halloween for Mary.
Halloween for Mary. And I think it's really cool because, I mean, this just came out. A lot of people, bought it. So,
and it doesn't have to be that one. I've already had one of our friends that had messaged me. In fact, she lives in Australia. She's over here visiting. And she'd messaged me, I've already got this piece started. I said, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so great. That's what we do for each other. And then this was, this was cute. Let me take this off. I'll show you in a minute here. But the only thing I took up to the retreat to stitch on, and I made a promise was, I cut this off, was I was working on the Halloween tiny town.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have as much as you, but I wrapped that up. Is it in there? What the heck? There we go. Sometimes I just can't navigate. So when I didn't do too bad. When I was at the retreat, I finished that house, the roof, the 2 bats, 1 more bat, and then I started the pumpkin stack, that one on the right. So apparently this was something that Marie was going to start stitching her next project. Isn't that what you were thinking?
Mary?
Yeah.
Yes. I had talked to our friend Carla, who lives up there, yesterday, and she said, well, Mary and I were going to start. I said, absolutely, that's great.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna rotate between two. I made the commitment when I left up there that I was gonna monogamously stitch on this, because now I'm on page 2 officially over there, and get that done. So
Yeah,
I'll have 2 of them.
For any of you that would love to join, we'd love for you to, and tag us, please, either one of us, both of us. We'd love to see it. I know there's a lot of people that knew her.
Yeah, absolutely. And, one day at a time.
Yeah.
Enjoy life, because she did. That's for sure. I love that, because she never hesitated to make the trip down.
Oh, no.
To go
she
to
was up for
retreats,
any kind of
anything.
retreat. And, she was,
Yeah. So I love that. And tag us, and I'll put the hashtag down below. And, life with her will be very different. But I think as she watches down and sees this Halloween spooky stitching, especially the fact that Linda's stitching Halloween. I can't believe it took a little depth to get you going in this direction. But, she would want us to be smiling. She would certainly want us to be smiling and stitching. So we're going to do that for her.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have anything else?
I think that's it. Actually, my little list.
We
Pretty
did.
good, huh?
All right. So we're going to be doing nautical, and we're going to be doing Halloween, and
Just having a good
you've
time.
got a whole new hashtag now.
I know.
Halloween stitching.
I know.
Can't even believe it. Just Halloween.
Yeah.
Keep thinking you're going to get like 100 new followers just because you ventured down the Halloween path.
The rabbit hole.
Spooky stitching. Oh, and you know what? This is a perfect time. We passed the 13th.
Oh.
But October 13th, let me take this back. The 13th of every month is, they call it like spooky stitching. And we'll find the hashtag. But it's just so that once a month you're working on
Halloween?
something, Halloween. So anyways, that would work too, even if you put it down for a little bit. Bring it out on the 13th, because I do know one of my plans was to pull out the Twin Peaks Haunted House Sampler from the Haunted House Sampler sale. I really want to get that one done. Did I share my finish on FlossTube of the one I stitched for Olivia? Death Before Decaf?
Yes.
Did I share that on here? Because I whipped that up in like 3 days. It was so fun.
I don't remember. I don't think you did, because we haven't done a FlossTube since
Hold on, I'm just sneaking.
Oh, she's going to sneak away, and now I got to figure out something to talk about.
Oh, just chit chat. Yeah. Okay. Nobody look.
As she backs out of the room. Oh, gosh, what do I talk about? Oh. Okay, I'm at a loss. Hopefully she'll be back soon. Trying to find something here to grab.
Coming.
She's coming. Oh, I know it did.
Yeah, I know it's not, but this is the Witchy Stitchers. Second here. And Death Before Decaf. And my daughter Olivia's birthday is October 28th, which, by the way, Jen's birthday is October 27th.
Oh, okay.
But I loved this, and I don't have all my stuff in front of it, but I'm looking for an oval black frame.
Oh, yeah.
But
they're
not,
hard to find.
They are, and the thing is, you can find them and order them, but I wanted to have something hunky around it.
You need to go probably in an antique, some kind of antique shop, because,
So I haven't, that's why I was sitting in on the dresser. And the Witchy Stitcher, I know you probably don't follow her. I love this. It's so great. This part I don't love, but right now she's battling cancer. So she did put a post out, and I just send her well wishes. She checked in on Instagram. She's always played a huge role in any Halloween stitching. Some of it, just like anything else, some of it's my taste, some of it isn't. Some is like my daughter's taste. It can be a little gory. I got to tell you, this little guy, I think I stitched him in like 3 days. I needed a break. But once I outlined, it's all DMC. I think there's only 5 colors to this thing. And once I outlined the mug and put like the nose and stuff in, it went super fast. And then just to fill in the copper, it's just so fun. It was really fun. Sometimes it's fun to be spooky. Just saying. Not everything's about a pumpkin, Linda.
Yeah, like the FedEx guy that came down the driveway and he was lost, and I said, just follow the flags, and it gets to the house. He says, do you have a thing about pumpkins?
Oh, God.
All right.
All righty. Okay. Well, we'll
I think
see
we kept you long
2
enough.
weeks. Yeah, we're at 2 hours and 9 minutes.
God.
It's epic. So we'll look at a
sorry
calendar. You know. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, we will get.
We'll get back more on
we'll
regular
be back
schedule.
2 weeks. It should be at your house, which will be full blown.
And we're gonna try to find a different location this time, so it's
we're gonna try in her
office,
which I'm office
redoing.
I noticed you got some cabinetry. Is that because the laser printer went
poof? Okay, I gotta say one last thing.
You go right ahead. We've already gone over 2 hours, honey. They could come back and watch us a week straight.
There are 3 words that I no longer want to hear.
Oh gosh, what's that? Build it yourself.
Easy assembly required.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh my gosh, Daryl and I spent 3 hours the other night putting together a cabinet.
And you're still married.
And we're still married, and we were still okay, because when we left to go to dinner, he said, "Why the hell did it take us that long?" I don't know.
I don't do.
And the bad part is, I said to him, "There's another one coming."
Oh gosh. I saw you got 2 white.
I did.
Cabinet with drawers on rollers,
right,
or on wheels.
And one of them being, the new one that we got ended up being a little too short, so I didn't put casters on it, so it's on top of the other one, which is fine.
Oh, I love that idea.
And then I went to Target and got another one.
So what's in this?
Well, I haven't got all my stuff in yet, because the last cabinet that we went to put together was missing a part.
Oh, jeez.
And it's on its way from China. And it actually is, because I got a FedEx notice that it's coming tomorrow. So.
Oh, dang.
So once it's all put together, my fabric right now is in Rubbermaid containers under my desk. And you
gotta up the game.
Yeah. So and it's divided 28, 32, and then I'm going to rearrange my fibers, and then it'll just be nice to have it a little bit more organized.
But what gave you the space there? I can't remember.
I moved my baskets,
that's right.
baskets.
That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And they now have kind of shifted a little bit into my bedroom, but...
Oh, I'm sure he's so thrilled.
Anyway.
3 stitchy baskets with pins all over them.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what else I could mention? Just in case we don't... Okay. At the retreat on Friday, at the Great Lakes Stitchers Gathering on Friday, I had ordered Jen and I Matilda t-shirts with the Matilda type logo.
I love that. Yeah.
So that it would be easy for us to just wear that day. She didn't know if she'd be walking around. She knew she was going to be taking pictures. So I had a white one. She had a gray one. And that's what we wore. I had plans to wear this really super cute pink sports coat, but ladies, don't ever ask your husband if it looks like the right size. It was massive. I tried out on my shirt. I'm like, I was getting down to the wire, right? And I had bought pink shoes, these cute pink loafers. And I'm like, oh man, these are awesome, right? So I found a pink suit coat, and I was just going to wear my white t-shirt under it or something like that. He said it looked good. It was like so big. Jen goes, I tried it on in the hotel. I'm like swimming in this thing. And so I had my skinny jeans, which aren't really skinny jeans, but you know what I mean. And I said, Jen, how's this? She goes, well, do you want the friendly, truthful version, or? I'm like, yes. She goes, oh no, that's way too big. She's like, that makes you look like 3 times. So I never wore that, and I won't do that ever again. But anyway, so we had our t-shirt, and several people had asked if I was going to be selling Matilda t-shirts. And I said that this was actually a good trial run for me to see what the what the demand would be, if there was an interest in it. And I had a really good interest at the retreat. And then when I got home, I put it on Instagram. When I talked about the retreat, I still have not really shared a picture of it, unless you saw me wearing it. And I got several of those. So Matilda's t-shirts have shipped. I ordered 5 of each size with the exception of small. I just don't feel like, if we need smalls, I'll get smalls. But what I did was I just went ahead and ordered them, and they should be here soon. And what I'm going to do is put them just in my Etsy shop. Oh, cool. It'll be the first thing I ever ship. But anyway, she's real cute. And when they come in, I'm just going to do, I will mention to those who said they wanted one, and it's first come, first serve, because I can always do more. So Matilda's coming in the merch, as my kids say. You get merch, I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but now I do. So anyways, okay. Now we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I think we've cleared it. Yeah. Okay, so we will see you. We will put in all the information. Happy stitching, and
see you soon.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, and don't forget to floss.
Bye.
Bye, guys.